Coiner presents Cool Coin Designers. Do you have a favorite coin designer? Stick around as I share some of mine. Hello and welcome back to the channel Coin and Banknote Enthusiasts. Coiner here, and in this presentation I'll be sharing with you some of the very talented coin designers who put in a massive contribution to the artwork, which eventually gets engraved onto the coin and put out there for circulation. In this picture here we've got a really cool automated barrel which is processing minted coins, which ends up in circulation not so long after. But just want to take a step back and appreciate and identify, some of the geniuses that design what we see on these coins and share a little bit about their story. I wanted to include some of my favorite coin designs in this presentation, but I think I will save that for another video. And without any further ado, let's commence this presentation. Hope you enjoy. To start out, I have Stuart Leslie Devlin, who was an Australian artist and metal worker who specialised in gold and silver. His designs were used and engraved for all our standard circulating coins from the 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cent and $1. And as you can see by that, he has a very impressive resume. So I'll just outline this one more point of one of his achievements and move on. So in 1982, Devlin was granted the Royal Warrant of Appointment as goldsmith and jeweller to Her Majesty the Queen, which is not a bad contract if you ask me. Alright, next up we have Aaron Baggio, who started working for the Royal Australian Mint in January 2008 and still works there at the present. I like to think of him as the pioneer of the coloured $2 coin, based on his work with the Red Poppy from 2012, which I believe, since that was such a successful coin, it started a trend of minting coloured $2 coins each and every year since. So we thank you very much for your work, Aaron. Moving on, we've got Horst Hahn, or Hahne. Originally German born, he joined the Mint in 1965 and worked his way up the ranks to eventually becoming the chief engraver for the Royal Australian Mint before retiring in 1999. My favourite contribution from Horst was his design of the standard $2 coin, which contains the Aboriginal elder. His design has been used from 1988 since the birth of the $2 coin and still is used to the present, despite his retirement in 1999. Hahn won an Australian Design Award for the 10 Birds of Australia coin series. He also won a Public Service Medal in 1996. Next up we have Jody Clark, who was employed as an engraver for the Royal Australian Mint in September 2012, and that's where he had produced some of his most well-known work. Particularly, I think he done a very good job with the 6 portrait effigy design of Queen Elizabeth II. In 2020, Jody actually left the Royal Australian Mint to pursue his career, where he became head of design for the Commonwealth Mint, undertaking a range of design projects for clients. It's no doubt that Jody has a very prosperous career ahead of him, and I'd like to think that he is the torch carrier from the previous really talented coin designers. Moving on, we have Serbian-born Alexandra Stokic. She is a senior coin sculptor and coin designer at the Royal Australian Mint since 2011. She is the artistic mind behind the centenary of Canberra and Australian mining designs. My most favourite design from Alexandra is the purple coronation $2 coin, which I really like. She also designed other commemorative $2 coins that have done very well, as well as corporate $2 coins. Moving on, and to mix things up a little bit, I've included English-born George Kruger Gray, who designed a lot of our pre-decimal era coins, particularly the florins, which I'm a big fan of, as they really give a silver treasury look to the coin. Some coins, such as the Campbell florin from 1927, have a very 3D look to it, and I really appreciate those older designs which give a very vintage look to it. So yeah, shout out to George Kruger Gray. He was remembered for his designs of coinage, and he also did some work with stained glass windows. Last but definitely not least on the list of designers, I have Vladimir Gottwald. He was a Czech that immigrated to Australia with his family in 1980. He always enjoyed art and eventually fulfilled his artistic desires when he found work as a graphics artist at the Royal Australian Mint. He worked there for 22 years, and during this time he won several awards for his designs and manufacture of coins. I personally really like his one-off special effigy design, the Royal Visit 50-cent coin from the year 2000. And he's also done a lot of great work with other 50-cent commemorative coins. I also believe he has won the Czech of Australia Year Award some years back. So that about is all I have. I feel like some of these designers deserve their own story, or at least a little bit more insight to their work, as there's not much glorification for them out there. But anywho, I could maybe do some more videos about designers in the future. Let me know what you think, and until next time, thanks for listening, and catch you in the next one.